What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to another video on the Prep Life series. Today is going to be a full day of eating. I'm going to show you everything that I eat throughout the day and drink throughout the day just to kind of get myself ready for this bodybuilding competition. We are officially 6 weeks out today. Today is Saturday, September 3rd. We're getting dialed in. We're definitely ready to bring the best package possible. And yeah, so today's video is going to be just no working out, little vlog style, but for the most part, I'm just going to show you everything that it takes to get my meals ready, how I prep them out, certain weights, measurements, everything like that. We're fully committed, 6 weeks out. Got my coffee. First thing in the morning, I like to make a cup of coffee. It's a great way to start my day, obviously with a little bit of caffeine. So I'm gonna sip on this coffee, drink this down, and then I'm gonna show you meal number 1, which is my breakfast, and then we will go from there. Okay, fridge is stocked, obviously as it should be. We try and make sure we're always ahead of the game by making sure that our food is always either prepped out, cooked ahead of time, or obviously just ready to cook. Rice, pasta, all that type of stuff. I'll show you how to cook all of that later on. But for now, obviously it's breakfast. We're looking for turkey bacon, which is from Trader Joe's. This is the best turkey bacon I've ever had. It doesn't taste like plastic, it doesn't taste like rubber, it tastes like real, actual bacon. Now the macros on that, 30 calories per slice, 1.5 grams of fat, 0 carb, 6 grams of protein. So this is obviously a really good source of protein that I would suggest for everybody to eat if they're looking to get their protein up. And we need 3 eggs. Obviously we have a lot of eggs. I eat 3 eggs a day. So I'm gonna make sure that I always stay stocked up on my eggs. Waffles deep down in here. Now, I'm pretty stocked up on waffles. I got a couple here, a couple here. Running a little bit low, but Eggo waffles. Right now, just 2. So what I do is I pop 2 of these in the microwave just to defrost a little bit. When I put them in the air fryer, they have a nice crisp to it, and they taste really good. Okay, so we have our 3 pieces of turkey bacon that we're gonna put into the air fryer. So first we got the olive oil spray, non-stick, obviously 0 calorie, trying to keep everything as low calorie as possible. So we're gonna mob that down a little bit. Now for seasoning, we're gonna go pink Himalayan salt. We have a little bit of ground pepper. Now this is 5 calories, but you can see the carbs are at 0, so it's 5 calories for about a quarter serving size. So I try to make sure I don't use too much, but this everything bagel seasoning makes the eggs just taste really good, really takes it over the top. Another seasoning that I found that I really like from Trader Joe's, everything but the elote seasoning, salt, chili, pepper. It says cheese, I think it's Parmesan cheese, chipotle, and cumin, but if you look at the calories, it says 0 calories, so we're gonna obviously take that for a win and go ahead and use some of that. Now we're gonna place a little bit of water in the pan, cover it up, and let it cook. Now you wanna try and keep the top on it just to let it obviously cook, but if you need to check it just to see if they're going good, which they are, we'll let that cook. Turkey bacon is still going. We can check on that. It's obviously still got some work to do. So another hack when it comes to the turkey bacon, 0 calorie spray. Give that a nice spray over the top. So that's gonna give it a nice crisp on it so it actually tastes like real bacon. All right, so the eggs are nice and ready. Obviously, as you can see, they're all cooked through, seasoned out. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of plop those. Come on, onto there, nice. To me, that's perfect. Not too burnt, obviously, and pretty much cooked through. We still have to get the waffles, so we're gonna get those things, plop them up in there. We're gonna put a little bit of the olive oil spray on it, just to give it that little bit of an extra crisp. So we go boom, boom, little on each. We're add a little bit of ground cinnamon. As of lately, the log cabin, 90% fewer calories, sugar-free syrup, It is 10 calories per 2 tablespoons. So it's 4 carbs, 0 sugar, obviously. So what I'm gonna try and do is just do my best to keep this at 2 tablespoons. Okay, I think it's time to check on the waffles and see if they're done. Perfect, they have a nice brown to it. So we're gonna get the sugar-free syrup, like I was talking about, the log cabin. We're gonna go for about maybe like a tablespoon and a half on each. All right, so the food's all ready. Everything is cooked. Now this is a breakfast that everybody can enjoy. I'm gonna put the macros up right here just so you can see how much it is for myself. But yeah, 3 eggs, 3 turkey bacon, 2 Eggo waffles with a sugar-free syrup. Everything's seasoned up. This is something that I think anybody can enjoy, and it's all within my macros. So if it can look good, taste good, then it's obviously something that's sustainable. So this is breakfast, meal number 1. I'm gonna smack this down real quick. Got my water. I'm trying to drink a gallon a day to make sure that everything is on point. So I will eat this, and then I'm gonna take a little break, obviously, and get some stuff done around the house. And then I'm gonna show you meal number 2, which is actually just a snack. It's not even a real meal, but I'll show you that on the next one. So I'm gonna eat this, enjoy this, and I'll check back with you here in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the banana right here. I'm hoping this is around 60 grams because I hate to waste it, but I have a feeling that this is right around there. So let's go ahead and see where it's at. Damn, that's not good enough. So I have to actually obviously cut this down till it makes it 60 grams. There we go, so that's 60 on the dot. Chocolate rice cakes, which is, look at all those rice cakes. Liza has her apple cinnamon, lightly salted. I do the chocolate rice cakes right here, which in my opinion are the best. 60 calories, 1 gram of fat, 12 carbs, 1 gram of protein. So I do 3 of these, which ends up being about 180 calories. I'm gonna place the peanut butter up on there. Now it says 793 grams. Now I need 20 grams. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tar that out. So now it says 0. So now anything that I grab out of the peanut butter is gonna add up to the amount that I need. So I need 1 more gram. 20, okay. 20 on the dot, 20 grams. So this is gonna go straight onto my rice cakes, which are just right over here. We're gonna put a little bit of ground cinnamon over the top just to give it that nice little coat. All right, so this is gonna be meal number 2. It is 3 chocolate rice cakes, 20 grams of peanut butter, and 60 grams of banana with some cinnamon dash on top. It's pretty good. This is a nice snack that anybody can have. Obviously, I'm glad that this is on my meal plan for prep because this is something that I can enjoy while still hitting my macro goals. I'm gonna put the macros right here just so you can see how much it adds up to, but this is meal number 2. So I'm gonna eat this real quick. Well, after I get through this, I will show you meal number 3, which is gonna be more of like an actual meal. Good protein, good carb, a little bit of veggies. So I'm gonna show you what that is when it gets to that point. But for now, I'm gonna eat this and I'll check back in with you here in a minute. I'm gonna show you how I put together meal number 3. 6 ounces of tilapia, 225 grams of white rice, and 85 grams of Brussels sprout. And I'm gonna put together the tilapia right now and show you what I put on it to make it taste pretty good. So my seasonings of choice are Himalayan pink salt. We got the pepper to put on that. I like this Kinder's Italian chop seasoning. On top of that, I'll probably put a little bit more extra garlic, not too much though, because there's already some in the Kinder's Italian Chop House. And then we put on a little red pepper, cayenne, just to give it a little bit more of a kick. First thing we're gonna do is spray with non-stick olive oil. First, gotta heat the pan up. Want to let this heat up for a little bit. Put on the non-stick spray. I like to start with the flat side of tilapia, so this is more on the round side. This is the bottom side. Gonna let that cook, like I said, for about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. So I'm gonna get the lid, put it over the top, and try and contain all that heat and just let it cook for a little bit. You can see a little bit of the white starting to creep up and the pink is slowly starting to go away. So once that looks like it's more cooked through, then we're gonna flip it. This is meal number 3, about to go down. I'm gonna get my rice and Brussels sprouts here in a second and put that all together, but I'm gonna let this tilapia cook down. Obviously, like I said, I like to have my food seasoned well. So you can see right here, there's a lot of flavor in this fish. Cover this and then get my rice and my Brussels sprouts ready so I can show you what that looks like for the rest of the meal. And there's 225 exactly. Okay, so now we have the Brussels sprouts ready, already pre-cooked. My girlfriend makes really good Brussels sprouts in the pan. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weigh out 85 grams and then put it in the air fryer, and then it's probably gonna shrink up a little bit until I get the 85 gram number. We'll say 116. Now, putting that in the air fryer is gonna shrink up a lot, so I wanna make sure that when it's shrunk up and nice and crispy that it actually weighs out to 85. But we're gonna heat up the rice for probably about a minute and a half or so. So now it's time to weigh out the tilapia and make sure that I have my 6 ounces. Boom, on the dot, 6 ounces. Put these up on my last video. The Zevias are lifesavers. You can see there's 0 calories on these, no fat, no carb, no sugar. And if you look at the ingredients, it's honestly just, get that to focus, carbonated water, citric acid, stevia leaf extract, and natural flavor. This isn't too bad in my opinion. There's a lot of flavors: cream soda, grape, ginger ale, a cola, which does have caffeine, and I think there's a black cherry in there somewhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the grape, just because it's right here. You know I love my grape soda. All right, so we have meal number 3 right here. It is 225 grams of white rice, 85 grams of Brussels sprouts, and 6 ounces of tilapia. Everything is seasoned nice and well. We got the Zevia grape flavor right here, 0 calorie. So this is gonna help wash all this food down so everything is nice and enjoyable. And as you can see, it's a pretty wholesome meal. If you can make most of your meals look like this, you'll stay full, you'll hit your macros, you're gonna get your good carbs in, you're gonna get your protein in. Obviously, you gotta make sure your veggies is with every meal that you eat. So this is a very well rounded meal. So this is meal number 3, about to go down. I'm gonna put the macros right here just so you can see how much this is. But yeah, this is meal number 3. I will check back in with you when it's time for meal number 4. All right, it's time for meal number 4. This is gonna be 6 ounces of chicken, 150 grams of pasta, cooked pasta, and then 85 grams of Brussels sprouts. Also with my pasta, it's just 64 grams of marinara sauce. So I'm gonna show you how I make that. The good thing with this meal, which is one reason I like to cook some foods ahead of time, everything's already ready. I'm about to show you how I guess, heat up meal number 4. Now the marinara sauce that I like to go with is the Classico tomato and basil. This is 50 calories per half cup, 1 gram of fat, 8 carb, 5 sugar. Some pasta sauce has a lot of sugar in it, so be careful about that. It's pretty much spaghetti about to go down right here. I'm gonna weigh everything out into the bowl and then make sure everything is on point down to that exact number. And then I'm gonna show you what that looks like when it's all heated up. Keep just pouring on until we get to the 64. I try not to get too many tomatoes or onions in there because it pretty much holds most of the weight. I want to get more sauce. So we're ready to get some of this garlic powder just to give it a little bit more of an Italian type of vibe. So we're just gonna go a little bit more garlic. So we're gonna get those out nice and crispy. Down to that number, so 85. So we got 85 grams there on the dot. Yeah, meal number 4, Brussels sprouts, spaghetti. Everything's all prepped up. That literally took me probably like 10 minutes. Probably like 10 minutes with heating everything up, get everything organized and put away. So at the end of the day, when you prep out your stuff like I just did ahead of time, noodles, chicken, Brussels sprouts, and weigh it all out, it takes up to 10 minutes and everything's good to go. All right, so we have meal number 4 here, 6 ounces of chicken, 150 grams of cooked pasta, 64 grams of marinara sauce, and then we have the 85 grams of Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to enjoy this. This is one of my favorite meals, and I feel like I keep saying that about every meal because at the end of the day, I just enjoy everything that I eat. So I'm gonna smack this, watch the podcast, relax for a little bit, and then I have one more meal for like my last meal, and then I have like a nighttime snack, and I'll show you what that is when I get to that point. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy this. Of course, you know, I got a Zevia with me, cream soda flavor. So I'm gonna eat this, enjoy it, kick back, and then I'll check back in with you for meal number 5. So this is gonna be the last meal of the day. Technically, it's my last big meal. I still have one more meal to eat after this. It's more of like a snack, but this is my last whole big protein, big carb, and veggie type of meal. So it's gonna be 6 ounces of ground turkey, 93.7, 200 grams of white rice, and 85 grams of, I think it's supposed to be broccoli, but I might just do Brussels sprouts, but this is the 93.7 ground turkey from Sam's Club. Actually, they sell it in a bulk pack. So you can see what the macros are on that. 8 grams of fat, 0 carb, 21 grams of protein. Obviously, this is gonna be a little bit different once it's cooked down because it's gonna be a little bit leaner. So this is gonna be the last protein for the day. All right, so as you can see, this is a lot of ground turkey in the pan that I have that I was cooking everything else on. It's gonna be a little bit too small for what I wanna do. I'm just gonna cook this whole thing and meal prep it out for the next couple of days or so. So these are gonna be the seasonings of choice. Now that it's all broken down, I'm gonna season it up. Okay, so now that's gonna cook for a little bit longer. It's still got a little ways to go. So now I'm gonna measure out my rice, my Brussels sprouts. All right, so we're gonna measure out the 6 ounces of ground turkey. So we're gonna get this to the ounces, tar it out until it says 0. All right, so if you're ever on a prep, bodybuilding, any type of diet, this is the biggest hack, I think, for chicken, steak, ground turkey, anything along those lines. G. Hughes barbecue sauce. 10 calories for 2 tablespoons, 2 carbs, 0 fat, 0 protein, 0 sugar. This is a lifesaver. The hickory flavor is actually really good. Even with seasoning, sometimes you want a little bit of extra on top. So something that's very low calorie like this is gonna be essential for someone who's trying to get their food down and just really enjoy it. So at the end of the day, it tastes good. Now look at that. Fire. Rice, ground turkey, barbecue sauce, Brussels sprouts right here. Bomb. All right, so this is gonna be meal number 5. This meal, it's gonna be 6 ounces of ground turkey, 200 grams of white rice, 85 grams of Brussels sprouts, and obviously I put the barbecue sauce on top, which has calories, but like I told you, 2 carbs for 2 tablespoons. I kind of just went for it. It wasn't gonna be a whole lot. It wasn't gonna mess up my macros really at all. I'm not even on a macro plan. I'm on just a set diet. So as long as I'm keeping everything on that level, as far as like the meals, the weights of everything should be on point. But like I said, probably the closer I get to show day, probably I would say like 2 weeks, week out or so, is when we cut out all the artificial sweeteners, sauces, drinks, all that type of stuff. So we're gonna smash this right here. Usually have a Zevia, but I'm gonna try and kick it on the Zevias for now. I still have a little bit more water left for my gallon for the day, so I'm gonna drink on this while I eat. So yeah, this is meal number 5. Once again, I'm gonna put the macros right here so you can see everything that goes into this meal. But once again, it is 6 ounces of ground turkey, 200 grams of white rice, and 85 grams of Brussels sprouts. So after I eat this, I'm gonna show you what I have for meal number 6. I will let you know what that is once I'm done with this. So I will check back in with you here pretty soon. Okay, it's been a long day of eating, so I'm finally at my last meal. Pretty much like a snack. It's not really like a full meal like I've been eating for the last 2 or 3 meals. This is just 1 scoop of protein powder and 60 grams of maple and brown sugar oats with 20 grams of natural peanut butter. All right, so this is the protein that I've been using lately. If you know me, then you know that I love my Ghost products. The whey protein, I believe, is the best protein on the market. This is gonna be the Oreo flavor. There's actual Oreo pieces in it. It's 150 calories for 1 scoop, 2 grams of fat, 7 carbs, 25 grams of protein. So this one has a little bit more calories in it just because it's the Oreo flavor compared to like a vanilla or a chocolate. But I don't even do a full scoop. I just do 30 grams, so not 39. I kind of measure it out until it says 30. So it's gonna be a little bit under the 150 calories. So this is gonna be my nightcap with some oatmeal. I mix my protein with water just to kind of save my calories. You could do almond milk, regular milk, oat milk, whatever you please, but just for me on my diet, we're trying to keep the macros a little bit lower. So we're gonna go with just water to mix it up with. And believe it or not, Oreo and water mixing together tastes really good. So yeah, I'm gonna mix this up and then show you how I cook my oatmeal. Like I said, once again, this is gonna be the Ghost Oreo flavor. By far my favorite protein. honestly, every Ghost product is going to be really good. Pre-workout, pump, BCAAs. I take damn near every product by Ghost. So Ghost, if you're seeing this, just know that I support y'all. And I would love to work with y'all at some point. So this is going to be the Ghost Oreo flavor protein shake for the night. All right, for me, a good protein is a protein that can mix really well, tastes really good, and honestly, at the end of the day, the macros are really good too. I know certain flavors have a little bit more calories in it, but for the most part, this is like my favorite protein shake. The Oreo, they have Nutter Butter, there's Chips Ahoy, there's peanut butter cereal milk, regular cereal milk, marshmallow cereal milk, all of these crazy flavors that just really stand out from every other company that I've ever seen. So this is gonna be the Oreo protein shake with just water. Let's see how it tastes. Good. You can see the Oreo pieces at the bottom. And I'm pretty sure it's real Oreo. Like I think they partnered with, it was a Nabisco or something like that. So this is actually the real deal. None of that like off-brand Oreo type stuff. So really good. I just ate a piece of Oreo from my from that one sip right there. So by far one of my favorite proteins, but the actual brand is my favorite product to use. So protein shake right here, about to make the oatmeal, and I'll show you how I do that right now. All right, so for my oatmeal, I do the maple and brown sugar oatmeal packets. This is the one that has, honestly, a little bit more sugar compared to the lower sugar or just using regular oats. But on my meal plan, it asks for the maple and brown sugar option, so I'm not questioning it, I'm going with it. So I go to Sam's Club usually and buy these in bulk. It comes in like a 60 pack or so, and I just put them in this bowl, put them on top of my fridge, and kind of just weigh them out as I go. And this is a good way to just stay ahead of the game and just be prepared. I could go to the store and just buy the 10 pack or whatever it be, but I know Sam's Club has the option that I need. So I make sure to buy as much as I can and just stock up, so I'm not just running out and going back to the store, going back and forth. So this is gonna be the maple and brown sugar Quaker Oats. I'm gonna put this in a bowl and weigh out about 60 grams there. All right, so with the maple and brown sugar, I like to add a little bit of ground cinnamon. So we're gonna put a little splash in that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook this oatmeal up. Once it gets obviously all cooked all the way through, then I'm gonna add the peanut butter at the end of it with some sugar-free syrup, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like when it's all cooked. So I got my water and my oatmeal. So now we're gonna pop this up in here for about, I think about a minute or so. Let it cook, and then we're gonna go put our peanut butter in there, about 20 grams of Skippy natural creamy peanut butter, and then yeah, put a little bit of the sugar-free syrup on it just to get a little bit more of a flavor. We'll probably top it off with a little bit more cinnamon as well, but this is gonna be the oatmeal, peanut butter, cinnamon, sugar-free syrup to end the night. So I'll show you what that looks like once it's all put together. Like I said, one of my favorite meals that I look forward to every night. Okay, so we're gonna get that out. Wow, it's hot. Okay, so that's nice and cooked. Something that I look forward to every single night. So. All right, so like I said, we have the 60 grams of maple and brown sugar oats, 20 grams of peanut butter, and some sugar-free syrup, some cinnamon on top, which don't really hold any calories. I already drank the protein shake because it was just that good. So this is gonna be the last thing I eat for the night. Now, as you can see, it's been a consistent amount of meals from the morning to night. Right now it is 8:10, so I try not to eat too late, but sometimes it happens and I end up eating around 9:30 or so, but today's been a day off from training. It's Saturday, so we only had a group class for training in the morning, so no clients. They go late into the night like I usually do throughout the week, so it's a little bit easier to get my meals in when it's a day off from training and like myself and clients. So yeah, as you can see, It's a lot of food. This is what it takes. I'll put the calories right here. I forgot to say how much calories are right here in this meal with the protein shake as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, calories are, I think I'll just put them on here real quick too, because I need to check back and see how many calories I have. But protein, carbs, and fats, and total calories right here. Lately, I've been eating the same thing every single day, like the same portion, but these meals that I've been eating, I've been consuming for the last 10 weeks now. The same thing for breakfast, and meal number 1 through 6 have been the exact same. I haven't eaten anything outside of my meal plan unless it's been a refeed, which has happened probably about 4 different times. Anybody who says that they can't stick to a diet, you just might not have the discipline, or you just don't have the urge or a goal set out for you to want to stick to the same thing. So I suggest for everybody to find your reason why and stick to it. It's not difficult. Like I said, if you can make the food taste good, look good, it's really not that hard to eat healthy at all. Everything I've eaten today has been pretty healthy. A little bit of artificial stuff here and there, but at the end of the day, there's been no snacks, no chips, nothing that's gonna set me off of my goal of getting shredded. Putting on muscle and losing body fat is the ultimate goal. So we're 6 weeks out from summer shredding in Houston, men's physique category. So this will be my first show. I'm really trying to bring my best package. So I'm sticking to the diet to a T. Me as a coach, also, I try and get my clients to do the same thing. And for the most part, everybody is on point. I'm pretty much holding my clients to a higher standard. If I can do it, there's no reason why you can't do it either. So I'm just trying to set the example and let everybody know that it is possible. And these are some good meals that you can throw into your daily routine in order to put on muscle and lose that body fat. We're gonna end the video here. This will be the last thing I eat. I'm gonna eat this and then call it a night. So a gallon of water is also pretty much done. I'm gonna finish the rest of that here. So if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like, share, comment, let me know what you wanna see on the next one. I feel like I needed to put a full day of eating on here just so people can see the type of food that I eat in order to keep the physique that I have. Been feeling really good lately. So 6 weeks out from summer shredding, October 15th in Houston. Christian Guzman, Alpha Elite, Alex Toplin. Shout out to my coach, Alex Toplin, for keeping me on track and pretty much giving me the blueprint. And I'm pretty much just following everything he tells me to do, because that's what a good client does. And yeah, results will speak for themselves. So like I said, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment. And if you are subscribed, once again, like, share, comment. That's gonna wrap up the day for the full day of eating to get shredded. So I will see you on the next one.